Hello, Assalamu alaikum. How many people here are visiting NIC for the first time? Okay, nice. Welcome. And Baki, a lot of repeat visits too. Thank you so much, guys, for coming today. The goal at the NIC is always to share inspiration, insight, wisdom, whatever's up and coming, whatever's trending with people, especially young people such as yourselves. Doesn't matter. There's no age limit for being a founder. So that you can, so that those wheels start turning in your mind, ताकि आप भी सोचो कि यार ये भी हो सकता है, ये भी हम कर सकते हैं. और आजकल आपको भी पता होगा कि blockchain, NFTs, what is it? What is it? I mean, everyone has their own way of explaining it. Sometimes it feels a little like a mystery. But we have some fantastic people here at the NIC who are working very deeply in the blockchain universe, trying to see how practical this is for further applications, especially in gaming. Gaming is set to change a lot in the next coming years, because you all know about Meta, you all know about where that is going. There's going to be a lot of virtual worlds where we'll go and we'll just explore different realms and be interacting with people there. So I'm really happy to invite up to the stage our speaker for today. We have Afaf and Awais as well. Okay, Awais will be speaking as well. Thank you, Awais and Afaf. So they run a startup called FrostFire. They're making some fantastic games, and they're here today to talk us through game development and also game development for blockchain and how that works. So Afaf, help us, and Wes, help us unboggle this mystery. Thank you so much for being here.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone. I would like to thank everyone for joining us in this informative session. I would like to offer my regards to Mr. Umar, who is the CEO of Relymer Technologies, which is the leading blockchain company in Pakistan. So we organized this session because we have to enlighten the young entrepreneur mindset and to tell the scope of the gaming, specifically in blockchain, in our country and worldwide. Today I have with me Mr. Afaf Imran, who is the CTO of FrostFire and Gamera Tech. He has 9 years of experience in gaming industry. He worked upon 25 gaming titles worldwide. Now, at the beginning, I would like to invite Mr. Omar to share his thoughts on the blockchain gaming. Please.
Assalamu alaikum everyone. So my name is Muhammad Umar and I'm CEO at Relymer Private Limited. Relymer is providing software-based solutions since 2017, and we have secured over $15 million for a couple of applications based on blockchain. So when blockchain came in our minds, so just one thing popped in our mind, which is cryptocurrency. So blockchain is not about just cryptocurrency. They have some couple of other applications as well, like fintech, like education-related applications, for example, gaming as well. And then there is another domain which is called security. So blockchain provides seamless experience in terms of security as well. So this is how we start journey back in 2017. We used to develop just normal applications. Then after COVID-19, we decided to explore blockchain vertical, and we have achieved very good milestones. So for blockchain gaming and centralized gaming, I would like to first explain about centralized gaming and their challenges. Then we will further dig into blockchain gaming and how it's getting solved, the problem that is our traditional gaming facing. So in traditional gaming, we have game studios, and then we have publishers. So in traditional gaming, it's very challenging to connect game studio and publisher so they can raise funds, they can publish their game. It's very challenging for traditional gaming to raise funds for their gaming or their venture. And another challenge in centralized gaming that we used to face is having ownership of digital assets. Like you cannot own your digital assets in your wallets or like that. Like if, for example, game is crashed, your digital asset vanished from the game because they are using centralized data centers like that. So this is another challenge. Then we have we used to face challenge from game studio, like they have developed game, but they have no opportunity to advertise their game without publishers. It's very challenging. So they also have to face challenge in terms of make community awareness about their game, and also some other challenges. So when we talk about blockchain, so blockchain first of all provides you power to own your assets, own your digital assets in form of NFTs. Like you can own your assets in your wallet, either it's MetaMask or EVM compatible wallet or some other wallets. You can own and feel your digital assets in different ways. Then the another thing that blockchain is resolving the issue is having open economy. Blockchain has introduced open economy, so you can get incentives in the form of either digital assets, in the form of either digital tokens. So you can even transfer from one chain to another, from one blockchain or from one assets to another. This is kind of liberty that blockchain provides to the players, so they can experience seamless interface or usability of a blockchain. Then if we compare with centralized and decentralized, as I already mentioned, connecting with publishers or getting funds for their game or venture, it's very challenging. But in blockchain, there is couple of launchpad, or there is couple of platform where you can list your game. Either it's in early phase, either it's in a second phase. You can raise very good volume of funds. We have secured over $5 million for one of our clients using different launchpad. So it's not a bit challenging in blockchain to secure funds for your gaming, because they have proper way of auditing funds. So no publisher required as such in the centralized gaming. Then if we move forward, so for example, in centralized gaming, there is some authorities, if they want to make any changes within the game, so what they will do, they will just simply push that changes in the centralized game. That's it. They will not ask community about the changes, either it's good in terms of community interest or bad for community interest. But in blockchain, they have proper governance system. In governance system, you can ask for changes, and then that changes will reflect based on voting process. They have proper voting process in blockchain. So let's say if they want to add more stages or missions in the game, they will ask community either it should be added or not. Based on community response and voting yes or no, they will make changes and reflect changes within the game. Then another utility about blockchain gaming is Metaverse. Metaverse, just like experiencing a virtual world using VR headset, although it can also be integrated with centralized, but as I told you, in centralized applications, it's very challenging for interacting or rotating your digital assets from one game to another or one chain to another. But apart from their advantages of blockchain, they have some challenges. So when we talk about blockchain gaming challenges, so for example, acceptance is very challenging in blockchain game. So like all of you may be not aware about how to connect a blockchain with gaming, like the gaming application. It's not as simple as you can just download and play game. You have to install a couple of extension, then you can interact with blockchain. That's the challenge that is hindrance between in terms of acceptance in blockchain gaming. So over the time, I think adoptability will be increased, and also there will be different ways so we can integrate such extension within the game, so there will be no additional effort required to play blockchain gaming. Then another challenge which is about lack of awareness. So usually, as I already explained about blockchain, about NFTs. So when we talk about blockchain, or just two things come in our mind: either it's cryptocurrency, digital asset, NFTs. So this is kind of I think of lack of awareness from project sites or gaming project owners. They just emphasize either NFTs or metaverse instead of they should make awareness about proper game, like how this game can create impact for the end users, either players, either game studio. So once this trend will be changed over the time and games getting more mature, so the focus from NFTs or metaverse or cryptocurrency will be shift from metaverse or NFTs utility to actual utility of the game, like how people can earn money. Like play to earn model is another example of blockchain. As I said, open economy is based on a play to earn mechanism. Then awareness, awareness about the centralized gaming. Like if we talk about centralized game audience and we convince them, you can join centralized game, you can join decentralized game. So there is a challenge for connecting people from centralized to decentralized. Like Discord is one of the most famous and used applications for connecting gaming community. So this way we can connect and encounter challenges for decentralized gaming as well. Then there is another challenge in decentralized gaming. Like you guys may have not seen any quality game in blockchain. Like only NFTs you can use play to earn cards. Like you for example, if we talk about Axie Infinity, so in Axie Infinity you have card of deck and you can play with each other. So like if we talk about FIFA or if we talk about Call of Duty, so we are not witness of any such game in blockchain. The reason is that in blockchain we have to pay the cost for storing data. That is the main issue in blockchain. So that is why if we talk about Call of Duty, if we talk about FIFA, they required plenty of storage to store digital asset. That's the hindrance between to create very quality game. So over the time, even we are our Relymer company still working on layer 2 solution. Layer 2 solution, our idea is to minimize cost. So if we talk about layer 1 solution, in layer 1 you have to pay at least $14 for 5 to 10 MB storage. But in layer 2 they will have to pay just plenty of cents, not in dollars. So our team is working on providing layer 2 solutions. So this way, over the time, this challenge will be also encountered. So this is all about centralized or decentralized gaming. And according to experts, over the time in 2025, we are expecting blockchain game to hit around $39.5 billion. Overall market cap is $195 billion. It's a good number. It's a good number at this stage, but let's see how things come. So if you guys ask about my notes or the final thoughts about blockchain game, like what will be happens after 5 to 10 years. So I would just say after 5 to 10 years, we can only see games. There will be no blockchain or centralized games. Thank you. Do you guys have any question? Okay, so when we talk about layer 1, Ethereum is developed on layer 1 solution. Okay, so in Ethereum you have to pay plenty of fees. For example, if you have to make transaction from one asset to another, you have to pay plenty of dollars, like $40, $50, $60. It depends. In layer 2, what they did, they have developed layer 2 on layer 1. So every transaction is not on chain; it's off chain solution. And also, if we consider with networking, we have a header memory different and the body memory different. So what the layer 2 solution is providing, although they are doing offline transaction, as well as they eliminate header value, redundant value. So let's say you are doing transaction on Ethereum. So what you will do, you will just send transaction on Ethereum. In layer 2, you cannot send transaction individually. So they will make a group of transaction, maybe 100, 1000, 2000. They will eliminate header value and they send a single transaction. So this way the transaction price will be eliminated. Polygon is sidechain. Layer 2 is a different thing. So Polygon is working parallel with Ethereum. Any other question? Okay, thank you so much. I would like to ask Avas to continue.
Thank you so much, Mr. Umar, for sharing your thoughts and experience with us. Now I would like to invite Mr. Afaf Imran to continue the session. Please, Afaf.
Okay. Okay, guys. So my name is Afaf Imran, and I am co-founder and CTO at FrostFire Technologies. So I hope that what Mr. Umar has delivered has gotten to you guys pretty good. And what I'm trying to do is, I will try to get into some technical details how blockchain and gaming interact with each other. So I think we're past that. Okay, so about our vision and mission. So FrostFire Technologies was founded back in 2019 with a mission to create the first AAA title in Pakistan. If we look at the gaming industry at the present state, Pakistan is lagging behind like millions of years. What is happening is most of the companies are focused on centralized games that are more inclined towards mobile devices like iPhones or Android devices. What they are missing is the bigger picture. The bigger picture, the more premium users are at consoles and PC. Why? Because those users they pay good money to get a good experience for their devices, because they have spent a lot on purchasing that equipment, and they want to get the best out of whatever the game is providing them. Pakistan is lagging behind in this particular field because we didn't have that much of awareness in the game industry and the lack of investments. Because of that, most of our studios are moving abroad to pursue their dreams of making a AAA title. We started FrostFire Technologies with the aim of building. We started FrostFire Technologies with the aim of building our first AAA title, a battle royale game that will include hunting and that will also include some anthropomorphic characters that include the genetic fusion and genetic mutation. For that, our vision was really clear that we have to create a really spellbinding heaven for the players, so that the Pakistan, especially the Pakistani audience, can experience that yes, we also can deliver good quality games to the world. Okay, so as Mr. Umar was also talking, the current game industry is valued above music and box office combined. Currently, the game industry, the closure of game industry at July 2022 was $203 billion, and that isn't included any blockchain or decentralized games. Why is this industry gaining so much popularity among people? That is only one reason: the ease of accessibility. You are commuting to your work, you have free time, you just take out your phone, you start playing games. That is the ease that isn't been given by other entertainment industries. To watch a movie, you first have to download it, then you have to store it in your phone. Sometimes to get the better print, you have to go with the highest quality downloads, and that takes a lot of space on your phone. So as this phenomena is increasing day by day, the blockchain gaming or the decentralized gaming is also gaining traction among the players. The main purpose of before moving to that, this is the industry insight of 2022 games market till July 2022, and now coming to the blockchain gaming. So the blockchain gaming, why blockchain gaming is getting so much traction? Because it's not just a tool to enjoy in your free time, but it's also providing people to earn a living out of it. I know many streamers that have transferred from traditional games, centralized games, to blockchain games, and they are streaming it live and earning thousands of dollars per month. Not just from the streams, but also from playing the games. So, as Mr. Umar mentioned, play to earn games. What is the phenomena behind the play to earn games? Play to earn games basically constitute two things. Either you can give your players cryptocurrency, or either you can reward them with NFTs. Both are exchangeable. Both can be sold at different platforms, and the money can be the hard cash can be deposited directly into your bank. Many developing nations and the youngsters in those developing nations are choosing this for a steady source of livelihood above any other. This particular phenomena is catering two things. It is providing the people with the means of entertainment, while enjoying that particular mean, they can also earn a livelihood. So when we talk about NFTs, how many of you here ever owned an NFT ever, or have searched about an NFT? Okay, quite some people. How many of you here know about CryptoPunks, and Bored Ape? Okay, so you see those NFTs, they don't have any real world application. So if you own a Bored Ape or a CryptoPunk, it's useless. But when you play it, when you use it, when you combine it with the technology that is the gaming, what happens is you can not only use it in game, but if another player you are playing with likes your NFT and he wants to buy it, you can sell it at your own prices. The marketplaces are integrated within the game engine or outside. So most of you guys have known about OpenSea or Rarible, because it's an open marketplace for NFTs. But many gaming solutions, what they are trying to do is they are implementing the NFT platform inside their game, so that when the players are exchanging or selling the NFTs, what happens is the platform that owns the NFT or the collection that it's hosted on, it gets the gas fee or the transaction fee. So when the gaming companies introduce their own platforms like XD Infinity or Star Atlas or this other game I was playing, I just forgot its name. So what they do is the transaction or the gas fees, it's going to be credited to the company, and that way the company can also sustain itself in the long run. Obviously, they have to make sure that most of the rewards are given back to the community, so that they have a longer period of retainability in terms of users. Because in this particular industry, the longer you retain a user is the longer he or she is going to pay you, and that is the main reason most of the companies here, they go for a short-term solution. Not in Pakistan only, but I'm talking about in the mobile industry. They go for the short solution. What they go for is to get the users for a short-term retainability, and then just move on to another project. But decentralized games are just breaking this phenomena, and they are trying to retain a user for a longer period of time. So a fun fact about Star Atlas. Star Atlas hasn't been launched yet. It's still in production. Some of its beta versions have been launched, and though it's still in production, people are still earning from it. And the top player, he earned $1 million and $16,000 or $17,000 in these 6 months, and it's still in production, the game. So you can understand. So this can give you a clear picture that how this industry will, especially this decentralized games, will change the industry. Okay, so most of the companies in Pakistan and worldwide, they don't want to utilize the resources to reinvent the wheel. In software industry, those companies who start to reinvent the wheel, they will always face the burn, because when you are trying to reinvent the wheel, someone else will make the car and just move past you. So what happens is there are some companies that have already created middlewares to integrate different type of chains with your game engines. Okay, so before moving to that, the top middleware that's being used worldwide right now is Blockchain App Factory. It not only allows you to connect your SDKs or your blockchain with the gaming engine, but it also allows multiple chains and multiple wallet support that hasn't been offered by other middleware as of now. Morales is another example, and it's catching up real good to them. But the thing is, the Blockchain App Factory has a better support. They have better team of engineers, and right now they're the success stories that are using Blockchain App Factory are much larger than Morales. But for this session, okay. But for this session, I have tried to demonstrate. I have demonstrated a quick connection between Morales and Unity. So, just a sec. Okay, so this is their interface, their website. You can just all right. So you can just scroll down to the end, and there will be an Metaverse Sdk. The Metaverse Sdk was previously called Unity boilerplate, Ethereum boilerplate Unity Sdk, but now they have converted into Metaverse Sdk. They are planning to shift to Unreal as well, but currently they are just providing support for Unity. Now, Blockchain App Factory, it gets edge over it because it's currently available for Unreal as well. Another fun fact: creating a blockchain game in Unity is much easier than creating it in Unreal. Although Unreal is an industry standard, many game engines, especially those being used at Ubisoft for Assassin's Creed, namely Anvil and Ghost Recon, they are a scratch product of Unreal Engine. But Unreal has some limitations, and if you aren't a good developer, you can't if you aren't a good developer or don't know a good developer, you can't overcome those limitations, because Unity is a proprietorship and Unreal is an open source game engine. So that's the main reason that in Unreal you have to make sure that whichever tool you are using, whichever SDK you are using, you have to make its compatibility on your own. Unity helps in this regard in terms of ease of accessibility, because you can most of the users worldwide, game developers, are using Unity. Approximately 65% market in the game development sector has been captured by Unity. So more SDKs, more plugins, more middlewares, they tend to go for Unity first rather than going to Unreal. There is a startup here at NIC called Grow Up. They are making a AI-based solution for games. And what they are doing is they are also targeting Unity first because of its ease of accessibility. Thank you. Okay, so once you download the SDK from their GitHub repository, you can also clone their complete you can also clone their complete project if you have good hands-on experience with software engineering. But they have given the complete game kit package here, and the latest version will always be available in the release. Okay, can you pause for a second? Okay, no problem. So this is the basic layout of the Unity Editor Hub, where you can create your own project or open another one that you have been working on for a long time. So while it's opening, I have a quick question. How many of you here have ever been acquainted with a game engine or have worked with the game in developing a game? And how many of you here have worked with, among you guys, how many have you worked with the blockchain gaming or the decentralized games? All right. Okay, so all right, so this is the the layout of the Unity editor. The Unity engine itself. You just import the SDK. So this is a quick demonstration. I haven't done anything extra out of the ordinary. This is the first setup screen opened by Morales itself. You go to your Morales dashboard like this. And under View My dApps, you have all your dApp servers that you have deployed. So this is how you create a new dApp. You go to the create, then you select your environment, then you select your region, then you give it a good name, whatever the name. Try to name it. Okay, so because this is the free version of Morales, I am only allowed to have only one dApp at a time. When you go to the dApp settings, you get the URL and the app ID. Just like configuring a multiplayer server on your for your game, it also works like that. You just add the dApp URL and the app ID so that it can configure itself and display appropriate data that needs to be displayed. Now, before moving further, because I chose Binance Smart Chain as my network, I have to change some settings here as well. So the chain ID of my BSC testnet is 97. So you have to change here the chain ID from 3 to 97 to make sure that the proper when your smart contracts are deployed and when you are utilizing them for the NFT exchange and token exchange, they are spread to the correct chain. So just to give you an overview, testnet Binance Smart Chain, chain ID 97. Okay, so this is a sample scene set up by Morales itself. It includes just a login screen where you can log in based on your platform. You can log in through different methods. So if you are developing it for WebGL and you are deploying it, it will directly request your connected wallet on the browser, and it will sign in the app. But if you are going for desktop builds or console builds, what it will do is it will provide you a QR code to scan, and then once the QR code is scanned, it through mobile. Okay. Once the QR code is scanned through mobile, it will allow you to utilize the functionalities of Morales. No, Binance BSC, Binance Smart Chain. Right now the wallet I'm using is MetaMask, but it has approximately 97 wallet connectivities available with Morales. So whichever wallet you want, you can connect with it. They are also planning to build a multi okay, like this. So it shows my wallet address, some of the tokens that I got, and then congratulations. Okay, so this is a very simple example of how you connect your middleware that is providing you the services for the blockchain and decentralized application to your gaming engine. Once it's connected, what you can do is you can deploy your own marketplaces like XG Infinity have done. They are now planning to sell lands in their game. The actual purpose of blockchain gaming is to give users something so that they can not only enjoy their time, but they can also earn from it. But not every blockchain game that has been developed is a massive success, because not every game is giving a good usability use case to the users itself. As Mr. Umar stated, that blockchain gaming is the like hype of the hour. But if you are not looking at the bigger picture, and if you are not looking what you are providing your customers and your players, it will fail badly. So you have to. There are some merits and demerits of every field in this world, and like that, blockchain gaming has its own merits and demerits. Thank you. Yeah. Anybody has any questions, they can ask. Okay. So there are multiple titles. Indie, then there is a AA title, then the AAA title. AAA title has two meanings with it. Number one is the quality. Like if you can play the video one more time. Just a second. So in the right corner of the screen, you can see many games. So yeah, the light, I think. But let me tell you, I have Red Dead Redemption 2 and I have PC Builder Simulator 2. So PC Builder Simulator is an indie game. It has been developed by only 2 people. But now come to RDR2. It's a project. It's a very ambitious and very good project by Rocksteady Games. And what Rocksteady Games Okay, so what this particular title tells is a story about a cowboy, and the graphics and the gameplay itself and each and everything is so smooth that you can feel that you are like actually playing it. This game was made by a team of approximately 300 to 350 developers with a budget in millions. So this is the thing that I'm talking about in the AAA. The AAA industry not only particularly entails the quality, but it also entails how much you are putting into it, the number of the people, the budget, the marketing, finances, each and everything. Now coming to the PC Builder Simulator, it's an indie game. It has been developed by two developers. They are actually present in the game, giving each other missions to build PCs for each other. It doesn't got that much of a budget to develop, and similarly they didn't spend much on the marketing. They have just partnered with Epic Games to launch their games. Basically, indie titles, what they do is they connect with big publishers like Epic Games or Ubisoft or Babel Games, Sega, and then they publish their games to their established user bases. Because as an indie title itself, if I take example of myself in 2015 or 16, I was an indie developer, and I didn't have that much of a budget to market the games on Play Store or App Store, like Voodoo or Ketchup are doing right now. So what I did was I connected with the publisher, and he was responsible for all the marketing and the publishing, and I was responsible for all things development.
Please.
सॉरी, ये थोड़ा सा बेसिक क्वेश्चन है.
No worries.
हेलो, मैं थोड़ा सा ये अंडरस्टैंड करना चाह रहा हूँ कि ब्लॉकचेन के अंदर ये इज इट जैसे कॉन्ट्रैक्ट, ये एक कॉन्ट्रैक्ट होगा, एक गेम जो एक कॉन्ट्रैक्ट है, या बहुत सारे कॉन्ट्रैक्ट्स हैं, किस तरह से ये काम करती है?
Okay, based on your use case, आपके पास बहुत सारे contracts भी हो सकते हैं, smart contracts, and you can have one contract as well. Based on the use case, we have developed games जहाँ पे हमें contracts की ज़रूरत ही नहीं थी. वहाँ पे जो सारा काम हो रहा था वो सिर्फ NFTs outside the game, OpenSea के ऊपर जो NFTs deploy हुए थे उनकी trading के ऊपर सारा काम हो रहा था, and players were earning from that. And we are currently developing a game. I can't go into details because of the legalities. उसके अंदर बहुत सारे smart contracts use हो रहे हैं, token transfer के, NFT transfer के, because the NFT marketplace itself is in the game. उसके अंदर multiple तरह के आपके पास breeding opportunities हैं, land purchase करने के opportunities हैं. So you see multiple use cases की base पे multiple तरीके की हम जो है ना जो development techniques हैं वो implement कर सकते हैं. Sorry?
जो GUI बन रही है आपकी मेन, कोई भी एप्लीकेशन है, खाली गेमिंग की बात कर रहा है
जी.
तो जो भी आपका जो मेन इंटरफेस है वो सारा आप मिडलवेयर के ऊपर बना रहे हैं, और डिसेंट्रलाइज उसमें ब्लॉकचेन के अंदर बेसिकली मैं अंडरस्टैंड करना चाह रहा हूँ कि ब्लॉकचेन का बेसिक वहाँ पे इसमें कहाँ पे काम है
कॉन्ट्रैक्ट्स के अंदर.
हाँ, ये बेसिकली जब आप डिसेंट्रलाइज कर रहे हैं तो मैं इसका बेसिकली बेनिफिट कहाँ पे आ रहा है?
मैं आई थिंक मैं आपका क्वेश्चन नहीं अंडरस्टैंड कर पा रहा. आप क्या पूछना चाह रहे हैं कि जो हम गेम को डिसेंट्रलाइज करें?
कॉन्ट्रैक्ट्स होता है वो तो बहुत छोटे ही एक स्टेप्स होता है ना. कॉन्ट्रैक्ट तो बहुत छोटा, तो पूरी गेम तो उसके ऊपर नहीं बन सकती.
नहीं,
ठीक है. तो आप बेसिकली उसका आप कह रहे हैं मिडलवेयर के ऊपर बेसिकली गेम बनती है, और कॉन्ट्रैक्ट्स में आप कोई चीज यूज, क्या बेसिकली कौन सा पार्ट गेम का है जो कि कॉन्ट्रैक्ट्स के थ्रू काम कर रहा होता है?
अच्छा, ठीक है. सो जो क्वेश्चन आप पूछ रहे हैं, मोस्ट ऑफ द ब्लॉकचेन की जो फंक्शनैलिटीज हैं वो मिडलवेयर प्रोवाइड कर रहा है, लेकिन जो स्मार्ट कॉन्ट्रैक्ट्स हैं वो कभी भी आपको मिडलवेयर प्रोवाइड नहीं करेगा, वो आपने खुद करना है. सो जो हमारी टोकन ट्रांसफर की टेक्निक्स होती हैं ना, टोकन ट्रांसफर की या NFT ट्रांसफर की टेक्निक्स जो होती हैं वो हम स्मार्ट कॉन्ट्रैक्ट पे डिप्लॉय के थ्रू हम करते हैं. अदरवाइज जितना भी बाकी कनेक्टिविटीज और इस तरह की चीज़ें होती हैं वो हम मिडलवेयर के थ्रू करते हैं. द रीज़न फॉर यूजिंग मिडलवेयर इज के मिडलवेयर के अपने सर्वर्स होते हैं जो कि पर्टिकुलरली ब्लॉकचेन यूजर्स को माइंड में रख के बने होते हैं. सो अगेन आई कांट शो यू द डिटेल्स, बट जो मोरालिस में इंस्टॉल का सर्वर आपने भी देखा था उसके अंदर हमारे जो पर डे टेस्टिंग पे भी हम चल रहे हैं वो 135-136 यूजर्स आ रहे हैं, बट वो सिर्फ कनेक्टिविटी एंड اس سے ریلیٹڈ چیزوں کے ہیں, لیکن جو اس میں ٹوکن ٹرانسفر ہے وہ کبھی بھی مورالیس نہیں ہینڈل کرے گا, کیونکہ مورالیس اسے ہینڈل کر ہی نہیں سکتا. وہ آپ کو اپنے جو سولیڈیٹائی کے اوپر آپ نے اپنے ٹوکنس ڈپلوائے کیے ہوتے ہیں, جس طرح اس میں BEP20 ٹوکن ہے, سو وہ پھر آپ کے وہ ٹوکنس جو ہوتے ہیں وہ کرتے ہیں. مورالیس میں کیا سپورٹ دیتا ہے کہ وہ جو اسمارٹ کانٹریکٹ کی یوٹیلیٹیز کال کرنے کے لیے لائبریریز ہیں وہ مورالیس آپ کو پرووائڈ کر دیتا ہے. سو دیٹ از وائی مڈل ویئر پہ لوگ جاتے ہیں. ہم اس کو کسٹم بھی بنا سکتے ہیں اس SDK کو, لیکن اس میں تھوڑا سا ٹائم لگ جاتا ہے, بیکاز اس کے لیے آپ کو کچھ بلاک چین ڈیولپرس کی بھی ضرورت پڑتی ہے. پرٹیکولرلی میں بلاک چین ڈیولپر نہیں ہوں, میں ایک گیم ڈیولپر ہوں, لیکن اس کے ساتھ تھوڑا بہت جو میں نے کام کیا اس سے جو میری انڈرسٹینڈنگ ہوئی ہے وہ یہی ہوئی ہے کہ اگر آپ اس کو کسٹم پہ لے کے جاتے ہیں, یو ڈیفینیٹلی نیڈ اے گڈ بلاک چین ڈیولپر جو کہ کسی بڑی بلاک چین بلاک چین پہ کام کر کے آیا ہے یا کام کر رہا ہے کسی پہ, تاکہ وہ آپ کو بہتر انڈرسٹینڈنگ دے سکتا ہے کہ what are your needs based on your project, اینڈ اس کے اگینسٹ آپ کس طرح کے پلگنز اینڈ SDKs ڈیولپ کریں. Sorry. Anybody else? جی پلیز.
میرا کوشچن بھی بیسک ہے, یعنی وہ اس حد تک بیسک ہے کہ وائی ڈیسینٹرلائز گیم. فائنینشیل اسپیکٹ آپ نے ایکسپلین کیا ہے کہ آپ کو اس میں ایک روم ہے, میں کچھ حد تک ٹیک سائڈ سے بھی جاننا چاہ رہا ہوں اور ایز اے اینڈ یوزر ایز اے کلائنٹ بھی اس کو دیکھوں گا. لائک فائنینشیل اسپیکٹ ٹھیک ہے, میں ٹیکنیکل اس ڈیٹیل میں نہیں جاننا چاہ رہا کہ ہم ریلیز پہ کریں گے, کون سی چین پہ اپلوڈ کریں گے, لیکن بینگ اے گیم ڈیولپر آپ کیوں ڈیسینٹرلائز گیم بلڈ کرنا چاہیں گے اگر آپ کو بھی گیم ڈیولپمنٹ کر رہے ہیں, اور فرام دا اینڈ پوائنٹ آف ویو اف آئی ایم اے پلیئر میں کیوں لائک میں اگر کال آف ڈیوٹی کھیل رہا ہوں ایک سینٹرلائز, تو میں کیوں ایک ڈیسینٹرلائز سیم ٹائپ کی گیم کھیلنا چاہوں گا, تو اس میں کیا
آگے میں سمجھ گیا. اچھا, اگر میں اینڈ یوزر کے حساب سے بات کروں, کنسیڈرنگ مائی سیلف اینڈ آل آف یو سٹنگ ہیئر ایز اینڈ یوزرز, ہر کسی کا الٹیمیٹ گول کیا ہوتا ہے, اس کو فائنینشیل فریڈم چاہیے ہوتی ہے. اوبیسلی بچہ ہے, بوڑھا ہے, کوئی بھی ہے, آج کل کے دور میں جو فائنینشلی پھنسا ہوا ہے وہ پھنسا ہوا ہے. فائنینشیل فریڈم تو ایک اسپیکٹ ہو گیا اس چیز کا. جو دوسری چیز جو آپ نے پوچھا نا کہ کیوں جاتے ہیں لوگ, تو بف نام کا ایک پلگن آیا تھا, وہ یونٹی کے لیے آیا تھا. بف کا اگر کسی کو آئیڈیا نہیں ہے تو میں تھوڑا سا بتاتا ہوں اسپیسیفکلی فار دا گیم ڈیولپرس. بف ایک انٹریکٹیو مارکیٹنگ ٹول تھا ان گیم. وہ کیا کرتے ہیں کہ بف کے تھرو آپ کوکا کولا, لیٹ سپوز یو آر کوکا کولا, آپ میرے پاس آئے ہیں, آپ نے کہا ہے کہ آپ کوکا کولا کے ایڈورٹیزمنٹ جو ہیں وہ لگائیں گیم کے اندر, اور جو پلیئر اس بل بورڈ کو دیکھے گا وہاں سے اس کو ایک ٹوکن یا ایک کہہ لیں ایک چپ مل جائے گی, اور وہ چپ وہ باہر جا کے کیش کرا سکتا ہے. سو اس سے کیا ہو رہا ہے, وہ اپنی مارکیٹنگ کر رہے ہیں. سو لیکن اس کے اندر ایک چیز جو سب سے بڑی ہے نا, وہ کنٹرولڈ اکانومی ہے. یہ کنٹرولڈ اکانومی نہیں ہے. سو کمنگ بیک ٹو بف, تو انہوں نے کیا کیا, اگر کسی نے ورلڈ آف وار کرافٹ کی لاسٹ آئی تھنک 6 یا 7 منتھس پہلے کی نیوز دیکھی ہو, تو انہوں نے گیم کے اندر, دا گیم از سیٹ ان اے فینٹیسی ورلڈ جس میں ایلوز ہیں, اوکس ہیں, ہیومنز ہیں, اس کے اندر انہوں نے ڈومینوز پیزا ڈالا ہوا تھا. So that doesn't make sense for the game, but for the marketing purpose or for the earning purpose it does. کیونکہ اس وقت دنیا میں سب سے زیادہ کھیلی جانے والی گیم ورلڈ آف وار کرافٹ ہے, وہ 2003 سے چل رہی ہے اور وہ ابھی تک چل رہی ہے. ان کی اتنی DLCs آ چکی ہیں that you can't count on your fingers. Why? Because they have a proper user base. So انہوں نے یہ کیا, انہوں نے یوزر کو کچھ نہیں وہ واپس کرے, انہوں نے ایک absurd چیز گیم کے اندر ڈال دی, اینڈ یوزر نے اس پہ کچھ بھی نہیں کیا بلکہ انہوں نے انجوائے کیا. Now coming back to your question, the second part, جو کنٹرولڈ اکانومی ہوتی ہے نا, ایٹ دی اینڈ آف دا ڈے وہ کنٹرولڈ ہی رہے گی. اگر آج وہ آپ کو $5 دے رہے ہیں, تو ہو سکتا ہے کہ آپ جب وہ پیک ایک آور آئے تو وہ آپ کو صرف 5 cents دینا اسٹارٹ ہوگی. That doesn't bode well with the users, because بہت سارے یوزرز ایسے ہوتے ہیں جو اس چیز کو پھر نیگیٹیولی لیتے ہیں اور وہ گیم چھوڑ کے کہیں اور شفٹ ہو جاتے ہیں. بلاک چین کے اندر یا اس طرح کی جو ڈیسینٹرلائزڈ گیمز ہیں ان کے اندر کیا ہو رہا ہوتا ہے کہ آپ کی اکانومی بیک اینڈ سے کوئی سیٹ نہیں کر رہا. آپ کا کوائن اوپر جائے گا سب کو فائدہ ہوگا, نیچے جائے گا تو سارے ڈوبیں گے. اٹس ناٹ لائک دیٹ کہ ایک اوپر جا رہا ہے باقی سب نیچے جا رہے ہیں. نو, اٹس ناٹ لائک دیٹ. اینڈ سیکنڈلی جو چیز ایک اور گیم جس پروجیکٹ پہ میں کام کر رہا تھا اس میں یہ تھا کہ انہوں نے جتنی بھی ڈیسیجن میکنگ تھی نا وہ ساری یوزر کے ہاتھ میں دے دی تھی. اب کال آف ڈیوٹی میں ڈیسیجن میکنگ آپ کے ہاتھ میں نہیں ہے. کال آف ڈیوٹی نے ابھی ریسنٹلی اناؤنس کیا کہ دے آر میکنگ اندر ٹائٹل بیسڈ آن عراق وار. اب وہ اس کے اندر کیا کریں گے, وہ امیریکنس کو ایز یوزول دکھائیں گے کہ دے آر دا گڈ گائز اینڈ دا عراقیز آر دا بیڈ گائز, بٹ دا ہول ورلڈ نوز دا سچویشن واٹ ہیپنڈ اینڈ ہاؤ ہیپنڈ. تو دا تھنگ از کہ جب یوزر کے پاس کنٹرول, جب آپ کے پاس کنٹرول آئے گا نا, تو یو ول فیل امپاورڈ اینڈ یو ول فیل کہ ٹھیک ہے یار اب یہ میں گیم کھیلتا ہوں, اس سے میں نہ صرف ارن کر رہا ہوں, میں اس میں جو میجر ایونٹس ہو رہے ہیں میں اس میں کنٹریبیوٹ کر سکتا ہوں دا ڈیسیجن میکنگ, اینڈ دین ایز ویل اینڈ دین آلسو جو آپ کی کمیونٹی ہوتی ہے وہ بھی ساتھ ساتھ گرو کر رہی ہوتی ہے. سو بیسیکلی یہ ایک سائیکی ہوتی ہے جو میں نے دیکھی ہے. لیکن ایز عمر بھائی سے اسٹیٹڈ, اس کی اگینسٹ میں بھی بہت لوگ ہیں اور اسپیسیفکلی انڈسٹری کے لوگ بھی ہیں, لیکن وہ لوگ ہیں جو اسپیسیفکلی جو مارکیٹنگ سائڈ پہ ہیں. کیوں؟ کیونکہ ان کی سے مونوپلی ٹوٹتی ہے. اب اگر کوئی بھی کرنا چاہے اس میں تو وہ تو یہی کرے گا نا, اس کو پھر ڈیسینٹرلائز ہونا پڑے گا کسی نے بھی اگر مارکیٹ کرنا ہے. In the case of Buff it wasn't like that. I hope I make myself clear. Agar okay. ایک دفعہ آپ کائنڈلی ریپیٹ کر دیں وہ آڈینس.
جی میرا کوشچن یہ ہے کہ گیم ڈیولپمنٹ میں اور بلاک چین ڈیولپمنٹ میں دونوں میں علیحدہ علیحدہ بتاتے ہیں کون سے ٹولس اور پروگرامنگ لینگویجز کون کون سی یوز ہوتی ہیں تاکہ لوگوں کو معلوم جائے ڈیولپمنٹ کس طرح ہو رہی ہے.
ٹھیک ہے. فار گیم ڈیولپمنٹ فار گیم ڈیولپمنٹ ہم لوگوں کے پاس جو اس وقت جو انجنز یوز ہو رہے ہیں مینلی وہ یونٹی اینڈ انریل ہے. یونٹی جو ہے وہ پراپرائٹی انجن ہے ایز آئی ٹولڈ بیفور. اس کے اندر آپ کو جو پروگرامنگ لینگویج ہے وہ C# ہے, بٹ دے آلسو ہیو سپورٹ فار ویژول اسکرپٹنگ. ویژول اسکرپٹنگ کیا ہوتی ہے؟ نوڈ بیسڈ اسکرپٹنگ ہوتی ہے جس کے اندر آپ کو لاجک پتہ ہونی چاہیے اور آپ کے نا وہ کنیکٹیوٹی کس طرح ہوتی ہے کہ وہ آپ نوڈز بناتے ہیں اور ان کو جوڑتے جاتے ہیں. لائک لیٹس سے اگر آپ نے ایک لاجک لکھنی ہے کہ اگر میرا پلیئر اس ڈور سے گیا تو آگے اس کو تھیوز ملیں, اس ڈور سے گیا تو آگے اس کو گولڈ ملے. سو وہ آپ کیا کرتے ہیں, بس انٹر کر دیتے ہیں, اس کی نوڈ بیس کنیکٹیوٹی کرتے ہیں کہ اس ڈف ڈور 1 تو یہ ہو جائے, ڈف ڈور 2 تو لائک ہاؤ ا ڈائلاگ ورکس. لیکن جو بیک اینڈ اسکرپٹنگ ہے, جو کور اسکرپٹنگ ہے وہ C# میں ہوتی ہے, C# میں. Now coming to Unreal Engine. Unreal Engine جو ہے وہ C++ یوز کرتا ہے فار اٹس لائک ہیوی ورک, اور اس میں بلو پرنٹس بھی ہیں. although بلو پرنٹس جو ہیں وہ C++ کے لیول پہ آ رہے ہیں اور انہوں نے ایسی کچھ ٹیکنیکس جیسے بلو پرنٹ نیٹیوائزیشن اینڈ بلو پرنٹ کے اندر بیٹر گاربیج جو آپ کی گاربیج ہینڈلنگ ہے وہ دی ہے, جو C# میں آپ کو کرنی پڑتی ہے مینولی. لیکن C# کے جو C++ کی جو روبسٹنس ہے وہ سب سے زیادہ ہے ان ٹرمز آف دس. سو میجر گیم کمپنیز جو ہیں وہ ساری C++ ہی یوز کرتی ہیں. اگر آپ ان کے ریسورس اگر کسی کو جسٹ فار یور انفارمیشن, اگر کسی کو کبھی بھی کسی بڑی کمپنی جیسے Ubisoft, EA یا ایکٹیویژن میں جاب کرنی ہے, then he must have good grip on C++ for programmers. This tip is just for programmers. کیونکہ وہ C++ کے نیچے بات ہی نہیں کرتے, کیونکہ ان کے سارے انجن جو ہوتے ہیں وہ زیادہ تر آپ کو یا تو انریل کی بیس پہ بنے ہوئے ملیں گے یا جو انہوں نے خود بھی اپنے گیم انجن بنائے ہوئے ہیں اس کی جو کور ہے وہ C++ ہی. Now coming to blockchain, I think Umar bhai will be much better to tell about this particular thing because میں نے بلاک چین کبھی خود سے ڈیولپ نہیں کی. ہاں میں نے بلاک چین کے ساتھ کنیکٹیویٹیز میں نے بہت کی ہیں بٹ ڈیولپ نہیں کی. سو اوور ٹو عمر بھائی.
Thank you. So for blockchain, first we have to decide on which blockchain they want to develop or implement logic. So there are a couple of blockchains available. So one of the very famous and most used blockchain in gaming is EVM compatible blockchain. So when we talk about EVM compatible blockchain, that means Ethereum virtual machine compatible blockchain. So the beauty of EVM compatible blockchain is that you can write program in Solidity language, then you can convert that code into different EVM compatible blockchains. So Ethereum designed this architecture, then later on different side chain came in the market One is Binance Smart Chain. Now it's renamed with BNB Smart Chain. Then there is another smart blockchain which is called Polygon. So Polygon Smart Chain is also EVM compatible blockchain, and it is also side chain. Then there are some other again L2 level blockchain, for example Arbitrum. Then we have some couple of other L2 based blockchain. So if we talk about generally, there are some other blockchain as well. For example, Solana required Rust language. So you should have expertise in Rust language. In Pakistan, it's very hard to find Rust resource. So usually Solidity is script language, and we can easily find resources for Solidity. So most of the development for a game is mostly done in Solidity language. So if the blockchain developer has wrote a contract on Solidity, they can simply change chain ID, like Binance using 97, Ethereum using different chain. So you can just change the chain ID on compiler, and you can deploy a contract either on Ethereum or Binance Smart Chain or Polygon or whatever is it. So Solidity is the key programming language game developer should either understand or learn, or even basic words, because plenty of smart contracts are already implemented and available and open source. So you don't need to put so much effort, and you don't need to learn out of the way things, because logic's already implemented. You just have to call a couple of functions within the either it's Unity 3D or Unreal Engine. But for Solana is just Rust is support only for Solana blockchain. So you can write contract in Solana in Rust language, but that will support only Solana chain. So yeah, Solidity, I believe it's the best possible solution at this moment. Web3.js and React is more compatible, and for backend Node.js. Any question about blockchain?
Okay, so my question is not regarding blockchain. It's a simple question. My question is, if there is someone who does not hold the skill of game development, but he's interested in investing and making his game, so what's the procedure for that?
Investing and
making his game, but not through his own self, through a game developer.
I didn't interpret your question. Okay, so you are asking about like pre-sale investment like that?
Yeah.
But you don't want to develop game yourself?
Yes, exactly.
So it's like there are a couple of launchpad available. You can explore, like gamify.org is one of the very renowned launchpad. You can search good projects there, you can explore them, but they have some limitation in order to participate in their pre-sale phase. Similarly, some other launchpad also available. So, and in the end, BYOR, do your own research. Yeah, sure.
I want to ask regarding the Metaverse gaming which you are doing, yeah? And secondly, the blockchain gaming and the Metaverse, how are you guys getting it registered in Pakistan? So like if you are doing Metaverse gaming, or if you are using, for example, coins or tokens, or if you are using crypto in this, how you guys are getting it registered in Pakistan?
Okay, so in introductory session, I was talking about challenges that currently blockchain is facing. So regulatory is one of the a major challenge that is currently faced by blockchain ecosystem. So when we talk about blockchain, the only thing pop in our mind is cryptocurrency, or like transaction, or all that stuff. Fintech is just one application of blockchain, but there is plenty of other applications. So implementing or creating application on blockchain is not illegal in Pakistan. Like you can provide services on blockchain, but when you're dealing with financial stuff, like if you have to like provide liquidity for your digital assets. Then if you want to swap your assets and marketize your digital assets in local market in Pakistan, then you will face problem. But our clients mostly abroad, not local clients, we are dealing with them. So they don't have such problem. But if we talk about US has some regulatory issues. But if we talk about Vietnam, if we talk about Singapore, if we talk about Indonesia, they don't have such problems. I mean, regulatory problems. They although they are not, properly regularized, but they are in gray shared list. So for Metaverse, you are asking about what kind of project we have done so far. So you must heard about Formula game. It was very renowned game on Facebook. You have to connect your Facebook. You can harvest land there. You can raise animal there. So back in 2021 October, we have developed one Metaverse-based game. The name of the game was Foxville. So it was like half body of human, and the head was like fox. So the idea was to use VR headset so you can experience actual world, and you can actually like harvest and raise animal in that area, and you will get reward. So this kind of application. Apart from that, we also have implemented a Metaverse-based project on a classified application. So for OLX, if we talk about OLX, Craigslist or Amazon, you cannot experience product actually. You have to visit the seller place, then you can decide either product is good or bad. So one of our client reached us, and the idea was to use VR headset, so the buyer can experience the product using VR headset. Either it's a good product, so they can take picture from 360 angles. So this way, we have also worked on such kind of projects on Metaverse. No, if you are working on implementation, or if you are developing a product, then I don't think they because it's just like services. You are providing services in Pakistan. It's just like other applications. So what wrong you are doing? Just like decentralized application. Just forget about financial use case of application. Other than financial, you can implement application, either it's a decentralized application, because you are not dealing with any finance. You are providing services to your client who are located outside of Pakistan. Services.
One thing I would like to clear thank you, Marvai. One thing I would like to clear is that when the word meta comes to our mind, when we hear the word meta, something really like complex comes to our mind. But let me tell you, it's not that complex. Consider an MMO game and just add a VR compatibility with it, and that boom, you got the meta. What is meta? Meta is like you are experiencing your connection with the friends in the real, like a virtual world. In the virtual world, like it's real. So what happens is, in an MMO game, you are just experiencing the same thing, but with the twist that it's in a different perspective, and with the VR, it becomes meta.
My question is, how do you get in contact with a big publisher like Epic Games and Ubisoft?
Good question. Just for disclosure, Epic Games and major gaming companies, they don't directly get into recruiting your team or getting going as your publishers. What they do is they have their contingency companies. So for Sega games, we have Gamera Games and Orenda Games. The company called Gamera Games, it's only focusing China, because in China you can't get access to the local market if you don't have a local vendor or a local company partnered with you. And Orenda Game is looking after all of Southeast Asia and Japan and other countries as well. So what you can do is you can get in touch with their associates on Facebook or on Twitter, and then they will provide you the link to send them their pitch and describe everything about the project and about yourself. And after evaluation, they will get back to you. Now, there is a good thing about Sony and Microsoft. They let you become their partner like this, but there is a catch. If they don't like the game, they won't partner with you. So what they handle is they handle marketing, they handle sales, they handle publishing, each and everything. And apart from that, and above that, they also provide you latest consoles that are being developed or that are about to launch in the market, along with software development kits for your engineers. I hope that clears your question. Okay.
Deployment work, for example, you are starting off as a small company. So if you are into, say, web, cloud is there, and then you can kind of scale on the web. Now, blockchain is all about decentralized. So I'm just trying to understand, I mean, if you're starting off, how would you handle the infrastructure deployment? I mean, how would you go about deploying it? I mean, you have to have a big hardware at your premises?
No, this is what I always suggest to my client companies or the companies that that I've worked with. We always go with a hybrid model. A hybrid model is something that when you acquire it, it's less on your pocket, on the company's pocket, and it's easily manageable. So let me give you an example. You are making a blockchain based tactical shooter game like Valorant or like Counter-Strike Offensive. So Global Offensive, sorry. So what happens is you buy a bare metal server. In gaming, we call it bare metal. I don't know what it's called in web. So you buy a bare metal server. Let's say you say, I want to buy a bare metal server that can handle 100,000 users at max. When the capacity is reached, what the hybrid model do is it will rent out cloud-based servers for few hours or few minutes. And once the capacity get back under 100K, it will release those cloud servers. So what happens is, if you want to extend your bare metal server, you can always buy hardware. And if you want to go with the cloud server, it's damn expensive. So these companies, they actually give you the hybrid model so that you can easily sustain your players and your finances in the loop.
As you grow, that's managed automatically. I mean,
yeah, based on how you have. Let's say if I'm making and I think that I don't want to go with cloud, I want to go with bare metal. Every time I get a peak, I have to get new hardware. But I always suggest to go with hybrid, because every time you get a peak and you upgrade your bare metal at a later stage, or you can just go with the renting of cloud servers at any time. Fun fact, Apex Legends, they scaled to 50 million users in just 26 days based on this model, and that was also provided by Multiplay, powered by Unity. Any other questions?
Yes, let's take the mic back there. Can you also tell the audience a little bit about marketing the games, as you explained to me before?
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so marketing the games is a very hefty and a very costly task. Most of the companies here, they are marketing their own games. There are many ways to market. You can either go with Google ads, you can either go with ads in the game itself. So let's say you have launched one game, and you can market your other game in that game. So there are targeted ads that can be shown in that game, so that the user of your first game can be converted to the user of second game. Then there is another model where you go with the videos like you see on Instagram or on Facebook while scrolling, and you see videos of gameplay. This is another model to market your game. And then obviously you always have the option to get the strong back of a publisher who has approximately user base in millions, and that can and he or or that company can scale your business to another height. Marketing itself is a hectic task because consider it like this: the 100% budget that you have allocated for the game, 60% out of it is for marketing. So I hope that clears the picture that marketing itself eats the most chunk of the development fund. That's why many games that were thought to be good, they were flopped. They flopped badly because the marketing was very bad, and obviously the game itself was very bad. I don't want to get into the details, but Battlefield 2042 is the prime example of how you ruin a franchise. Battlefield till Battlefield 5 Battlefield 5 was okay, but before that they were masterpieces in terms of multiplayer shooter games. But with 2042, what they tried to do is the lack in marketing, the bad choices in development, and to release an uncooked game that ate that franchise. Now they are trying to make amends, but it is of no use to them. So as Numair bhai was asking, marketing is a hefty thing, but what you can do is you can start with small. You can go with $100 per month, or you can go with $100 per month to $100 million per month, based on your game, based on your users, based on what are your marketing strategies, and if you are capable in handling the finances. That is the core thing. The financial aspect is will always be there to create a hurdle in the marketing. But marketing itself is not that difficult if you have taken care of this of the finances. You can target specialized ads in your games, Google ads, gameplay videos on YouTube, and another very good source of marketing is our streamers. So most of the guys you don't think that streamers are good, because obviously in Pakistan gaming itself is considered very bad thing for children. I assume you all know, but streamers in America and Europe, they are charging in thousands for one stream. So to the young audience here, how many of you know about Ninja or FaZe? Okay, so you guys, can anyone tell me how much Ninja charge for one stream of any game? How much? No. Sorry? You have gone above the mark. It's approximately 150K per stream. Ducky Bhai is charging $8,000 per stream to PUBG, and he is in Pakistan. So you see, streaming has always been a very good mode of marketing for the big titles. And in last, like I gave the example of Domino's in World of Warcraft. That is another way of marketing. That way you become a headline, and more people come to you to see if it's true or not. So like it's always say, the controversy is good for anything, because people come to your channels or your particular platforms to see whether it's happening or not. So that is why most of these games create controversial material itself. I don't remember the name, but there was a shooter game that disrespected the Holy Quran. The Holy Quran was thrown on the floor just so that they can create a bad controversy for good marketing purposes. So there are many bad things, good things, stuff goes on in marketing as well. Yes, please. Please.
For the marketing point of view, what is the percentage of users in the world that are using blockchain gaming?
Okay.
And
so
what is the ROI for investment? Like if we create a game after 6 months, what is the ROI?
Let me tell you one thing. You can get good ROI after first month of development. What you have to do is you have to play it smart, not play it like a fool. What we can do is in terms of development, when you are developing, obviously your game will have some use cases for NFTs. Make those NFTs in advance and start selling those NFTs as let's say pre-release or what it's called, I can't remember the name. Pre-order type of thing. You can go with the pre-release purchase. You can make it 30% or 25% less than the original price that's intended after the release. That way, more users will come to you. What major games today are doing in terms of ROI, what major games are doing, they have two models: pre-order, and then after the release, it gets approximately 30% more expensive. I'm a Call of Duty fan, and Call of Duty right now, it costs in pre-order 18,000 rupees, and after pre-order it will cost for 24,000 rupees. So I hope I'm giving you a clear picture. That 18,000 is their actual cost of the game. They are just making an incentive to the players so that they can buy it in advance, and after they have bought it, whether the game is good or not, that's on the players, not on the company. That is their actual like psyche or how it's going. Same goes with Battlefield 2042. Like I told you, it was completely sold in pre-order, and once it was released, it was full of bugs. So setting it aside, now coming back to your question, the ROI can the return on investment can start as soon as first or second month if you are playing it smart and selling your content in pre-release form. And after that, many games that have good use cases, they have a good traction and good retention of players. The prime example is Axie Infinity. The game itself is a turn-based attack game. You have three characters. The other player has three characters, just like Pokemon. They are attacking each other based on their abilities and their features. But the thing is, the game is so addictive and has a good use case for NFTs, sale and purchase, and the token transfer, that they have retained the players. So always it will always, at the end of the day, comes to your use case of the game, that either it's clicking to the players or not. Welcome. Thank you, guys. Thank you very much.
Would love if we could have a group picture here. Everyone who wants to come into the group picture, let's have a group picture here real quick, and then we can enjoy some more conversation over some tea.